Hello everybody, I'd like to invite you to take a look at my home gym. I've been building this since 2019. It all started with a power blocks and a Bowflex, and then it just kind of blew up after that. We call this gym Duke's Gym Fitness and Training, and I got that nickname from my father-in-law because he knew I was a John Wayne fan, and me and him sat and watched the John Wayne movie. I was supposed to be going on a date with my wife, and we ended up watching John Wayne instead. Okay, come on in. I guess we'll start here. This is Arsenal Fitness glute blaster, I guess you'd call it. I don't think anybody's gonna use the 300 pound or 200 pound on here. It's a nice machine and everybody seems to like it. Here we have a recumbent bike. I bought it used as a pre-core. It gets used on a daily basis by just everybody that comes to the gym, which I have probably 15 people, a lot of them are family members. This here was bought in Clarksville. It's an ab crunch machine, Nautilus. Very nice machine. My old gym had one of these, so I used it a lot there, so I kind of brought it into my gym. When we went to get it, it was in a storage building with a regular door, so I knew something was going on. And he had taken it apart and he came out with a bag of bolts and nuts, and I didn't know if I'd ever get it back together because it sat in my other garage for a while we were getting this gym ready. But like I said, my other gym had one, so I'd go down there and just kind of eyeball it and figure out how it went back together. This here comes from St. Louis, Missouri, and it was bought off Facebook Marketplace, and I replaced the paddings. The only thing I had to do then, other than that, it's in perfect condition. That's a Cybex V2, which I kind of like the V2s because they got these little weights you can slide over to adjust your 5 pound increments. This here is a line leg curl, and my gym also had this one, and my daughter wanted one similar to it, so that's why we got this one. I think I got this one off, I think it's called Empire Fitness, or Fitness Empire. This here was bought off eBay, and I can't really remember where I got it. It's a tricep extension. It's also a Cybex V2, and it has the 5 pound weights. This actually fell over in the delivery truck, so it's got a ding over here. Other than that, it was like brand new. And I guess when it fell over, I lost my little weight, and I could not find anywhere. And I happened to be in Memphis at Unlimited Exercise. They had a little junk pile that had them weights in there, and they were nice enough just to give them to me, so I appreciate that. And this here come from Clarksville, and it's a Nautilus Nitro Plus low back machine, and it was given to me by the guy that sold me the Nautilus ab crunch machine. He just gave it to me since everything was taken apart. But so I got this one as a bonus buy there. Then we got the Aerodyne, which I really like, and we use it on our circuit training. Sometimes we have to just A lot of times we'll just roll it into the other room when we're doing the rope slam balls and stuff. But it's pretty easy to move. You just flip it up on your board and roll it. Here we have a Precor calf machine. And I got this off Buy and Sell Fitness. And that's a good company to buy. From my experience, used equipment. They'll even send you a video with no noise in the background so you can hear if it's making any noises. They got somebody using it to show you it's working. And it's everything they said it was. It does have some scratches and stuff, but they told me that when I bought it. This machine was bought from Cardio Nation, and it's a Muscle D arm curl. And then if you flip that up, you can hit your triceps with it. Very nice machine. And like I said, I bought this one new. The only thing I wish it had, the back would adjust up, so when you're doing your triceps, you could have something to push against. So we just usually put this pad right here to use that. This here was bought from Exercise Unlimited. I don't know if I'm saying that. It may be Unlimited Exercise or Exercise Unlimited in Memphis, Tennessee. And I bought this used, and it's a really nice machine. It's a bicep machine. And this here is a hamstring machine, and this was bought out of a rehab facility in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I got a really good deal on it. The worst part about it was getting it through the doorway. But other than that, I like all the Cybex V2 machines. They're a little bit old school. I mean, the adjustments aren't just real easy sometimes. You gotta turn that and adjust things, but oh well. This is a Husky toolbox that I purchased for my tools, but it's being used as a little flat shelf so everybody can set their stuff on. These curl bars come from Fray Fitness. The Arsenal curl bar holder. It should probably be just a little bit taller, because what happens is when you try to pull the bigger ones off, you have some issues. But other than that, it's fine. Everything from Arsenal is pretty much built really well, heavy duty. And we have right here, we have a couple kettlebells for our circuit training. Slam ball holder. It's a body solid holder we got from Unlimited Exercise in Memphis. The functional trainer here comes from Fray Fitness. It works fine. This one side, for some reason, if you have it on 10 to 22 pounds, sometimes it'll catch. It's not doing it now, but it usually does during the workout. And then we have a Fray Fitness 1.5-inch rope. Just stretch it out through here, do our circuit training. And up at the top, we have a picture of C.T. Fletcher. And then to the far left of that, there was an older gentleman that passed away from COVID that used to come here and walk. Really good guy. We have a few pictures of Arnold. And we have our TV that we usually just throw CrossFit or some kind of motivational stuff on. And we have the wrecking ball, which we usually drag it over here, winch it. I got a winch right here, and we just winch the wrecking ball up, and we use it, just keep it out of the way. We can store it over here. And here we have my John Wayne bathroom. just got decorated kind of rustic with some John Wayne stuff. I usually hang on my important hats here, like the Bears, Cubs, and then the Duke's gym hat. Then we use a little storage back here, the shower right here, and then this vanity I had made out of pallet wood, the mirror frame out of pallet wood. I made the beams at the top of the ceiling. They're just 1x6s and took a lot of work. But this is enough for the bathroom. And in this corner we have a little mini fridge, and we usually just keep water and Monsters and Red Bulls in there. My daughter drinks the Red Bulls, which she's doing the taping today for this filming. And the gym was pretty much inspired by her because she needed a place to work out and didn't have time to go to the gym. And she said, all I need is a squat rack. Well, I got carried away. We got a body solid weight tree, and these come from Fray Fitness. I got Rep Fitness and Fray Fitness plates. They're all rubber coated. I think we got about 3,700 pounds of weight plates. Here we have the Arsenal Strength Reloaded hip thrust, and it's really heavy. Just without any weights on it, it's 65 pounds starting out. And I can't say enough about Arsenal. The sales rep I have is great. If I need anything, any questions I've ever had, he's called me right back or texted me. He's had me down at the showroom a couple of times, walking me through, letting me use the gym equipment. There's another salesman there, Brad. I've never dealt with him, but the first time I went down there, I went the night before just to make sure I knew where I was going, and Brad said, come on in and take a look around. And I said, well, I'm gonna talk to Chris. He said, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to you about selling anything because you're his client. So I like that because they showed a little respect. It wasn't like cutthroat. This here is the Power Squat by Arsenal Strength. And without any weight on it, it weighs about 45 pounds. In this corner, we have the Rep PR 5000. The only complaint I had was the safety straps that came with it that Rep sells was too saggy. So I bought the Rouge B2 straps. They stay on here permanently, and you just adjust them like that. The only issue with that is you can only go so high on each end, and you just have to keep working it up. But now I don't have to pick the straps up that everybody just throws off there and don't use them. So up here we have a mini split, air conditioning, heating. It's got a dehumidifier on it. Here, Southern Illinois, it gets really humid in the summer, hot and humid. So that's a big benefit. Here we have the Edge Ricochet. I had looked at the Titan ones, which they was probably a little bit, I know they were a little bit cheaper, but the reviews I seen on them, the feet, the little rubber things would fall off every time you'd sit on. I guess you could just glue them on. But I decided to go with this. It had good reviews. And we do deadlifts with it. We also do farmer walks out driveway a lot with it. It's a pretty nice little unit. Sometimes it gets used a lot. Sometimes it just sits in a corner. The worst thing about it is I got to put it in a corner because you got to, people are hitting their legs on all the time. And then here we have the AB 5000 flat bench. I did buy the wide pad upgrade to help me and my daughter with our shoulders a little bit. I think it's probably one of the best benches for the Bang. I've had several benches, and this is by far the cost friendliest one, and it's very sturdy. No complaints with it. And here we have the AB 4100, I believe. It's one of the Rep's newer adjustable benches. I've had the 31. It was nice, but I like the build on this one better. It has the kickstand, and I like the handle down here to lift, and it's pretty lightweight. Before I got this, I had the AB 3100, then I bought the AB 5200, and I figured out after I bought it that it was pretty heavy, and this one just is a lot easier to move around, and we do move it when we do our circuit training sometimes. And back here, we have the Titan Fitness safety squat. Really like it. A lot of people have problems with Titan. I've had several of their pieces, never had really any issues. We have a Titan deadlift jack. And then the bars, we have a cheaper Fray Fitness one. And then I think this one here is a Rep Fitness. This is a Fray Fitness ladies bar. And this here's this Ethos bar. It was the first one we had. And this here's a Synergy bar for my daughter. Then we got the bumper plates for deadlifting, which we do right here on this platform, which is Titan Fitness. I had to kind of reconfigure it to make it work with our area here. Here we have the Fray Fitness 5 through 100 dumbbells, urethane, and I really like them. They got a good feel. I like the 8-sided ones so they don't roll around. Our floor's not really that level because we have drains in the floor, so it wasn't intended to be a gym, but it is now. We ordered these in October. Fray advertised, order now so you can have before December. December came, no dumbbells. March came, no dumbbells. It was end of May before I got the dumbbells, and then I went to pick them up. I ordered the whole set, 5 through 100. And I get there, and the 75s were on back order. And a lot of it probably isn't Fray's fault. It's probably the shipping from China and all that. But I just now got these 75s 2 weeks ago. But other than that, I've not had any issues with Fray. Everybody's been really nice. The dumbbell rack come from Peak Strength. They're sort of like a Titan Fray Fitness company. Dumbbell rack is really sturdy. Don't have any complaints with it. Underneath I got some Titan jump boxes. Fray Fitness tricep bar. I'm assuming that's what it's called. And then we have some Prime Fitness angled plates, help with knee issues. And this little oddball looking bench here come from Titan Fitness. It gets the job done. No really complaints with it, other than the padding. I wish it was black. I think the newer ones they came out with, I think they do have black padding, and these little rubber things seem to need glued down again. But other than that, it was just a cheap bench, so I can't really complain about it. And here we have the AB 5200. I had 2 of these, like I said, and I sold one of them. But this is a really, really nice bench. I use it most of the time for the heavy stuff, just because of the wide pad. It doesn't seem like you're gonna fall off of it. And it's got all the adjustments, just like the 4100. Like I say, it's a heavy bench. The only really complaint with this is it's a little wobbly, but once you get on it, you don't realize that. And I did see a hack where to change the bolt in here. and it helped somewhat, but I think it's still a little wobbly. But once you get on it and do your exercises, it's secure. I mean, you're not going nowhere. This is our gym dog, Coco. She thinks she's got to be in the gym all the time now. Up here we have a picture of The Rock my daughter got me for Father's Day. And then we have Ronnie Coleman. Then we have our TV, of course. We usually throw music videos on. That's how we get our music most of the time. We got Jay Cutler, another picture of Ronnie Coleman. We also have the American flag. This is some more of the curl bars. I just store them over here because it's easier to get them out here than all the way over there. This comes from Fray Fitness. I did have some issues with it. This foot down here was bent about 3 inches up. I called them. They asked me to send pictures. I sent them pictures, and a year and a half later, I've still not heard a word from them. I have bought a couple other things that's been pretty decent, but I don't think, when they say in perfect condition, I don't think they really know what perfect condition is. I got this at Exercise Unlimited for like $325. And we use it more than I ever thought we would use it. This here is the leg press. It's a Nautilus. I bought it brand new off Gym Experts. And I think my sales lady's name was Allie, which was really great to work with. She kept me posted. Of course, these didn't come in the 8 weeks they were supposed to. It was more like 26 weeks, but they were sitting on a container in the ocean, she said, on freight, waiting to be unloaded. This here I bought up in St. Louis. I think I paid $175 for this pre-core ab crunch machine, and it gets used a lot. This here is a Nautilus hack squat. Really nice machine. I bought it new from Gym Experts, and Allie made me a really good deal. I got free shipping since I ordered both. I think both of these together was about $5,900. Here we have an Arsenal Strength kickback dip machine, and it's probably the most used thing in the gym, in my opinion. It's really nice, and can't say enough about it. It's just a really nice machine. And then we have the shoulder press, Arsenal Strength. I think these arms weigh 20 pounds with nothing on it. So you're starting out, your starting weight's 20 pounds. They got the close grips, which I have to use because of shoulder injuries. They got the wider ones. They're just a little bit too wide for me. The nice thing about the Arsenal, all of the machines like this have the pop pin, and you just raise it up, and it pops up on its own, spring loaded. Here we have hip abductor by Arsenal Strength, and there's a total of 300 pounds of weight, and I don't think anybody did over 130 pounds, 140, maybe 150 pounds in this gym. It's a 2-in-1 machine. You can do the outer, and you just swing these pads around like that, and you do the outer, and then the inner would be there. One of the latest things I bought from Arsenal is the sister squat. Yeah, it's heavy duty too, and we really enjoy it. We use it on circuit training a lot, just to do squats for 20 seconds. Then we have a Fray Fitness GHD, which we do use. Some people use it quite a bit. I can't get rid of it now because once you get something and you got 2 people using it, get rid of it, it's like the end of the world. I might say that the gym here is usually family based, but there are probably about 8 or 9 of my friends that come over and use it. So I try to make sure everything in here is things that we use all the time because we are a little tight for space. When this gym first started, it was from these mirrors, 10 foot out, all the way down the gym. It was my rack from Force USA with the cable crossovers, which was a nice machine and we really liked it, but I was trying to get more commercial kind of stuff, gym equipment. And then we had Titan Fitness, 3-in-1 bench, a decline, incline, flat bench, and honestly it was a pretty nice machine. The handles are a little wide for me, they didn't have the closer grip. There's nothing in here I started out with, everything's been replaced. I've had Body Solid, I had an X-Mark lat pull down machine, and for the price it was really a nice machine. I almost didn't want to get rid of it. I think that's about it for this building. This was the original gym. We call it the original gym. The first room we went into used to be my daughter's garage, and I had during COVID all these Cybex and Nautilus machines in here I bought through Facebook Marketplace, and I had them stored in a garage. And once she moved out, I cut this hole here, and then I had a place to put them. Dip machine here, we stuck it out here. It's an older machine. It was given to me by a football coach at a school I worked at, and I just kind of hung on to it. These paddings come off something else. I just threw them on there. Sometimes it gets used, sometimes it doesn't. This here is our tank M1 push sled, and we used to use it in there, but with everything like it is now, me add more machines. Now we just run it up and down this sidewalk, and I got a interval timer on my phone, and we just come out here and do our push sled out here. I did have these screens put in. And they're on both sides, and so it makes it really nice in the fall and spring. You can get some fresh air in here. Duke's Gym, Overflow Gym, auxiliary gym. Since we are so tight over there, and I do have probably between family and friends, 15 people using the gym. If it gets a little tight over there, you can come over here. Good thing about it is you can do just about anything in both gyms. This one, the first one we just went in, had most of the leg stuff, had all the leg stuff. And I was intending to eventually, before I built this, I was trying to figure out how I could connect them. But with the utility service on the side of the building and the wires were running over concrete, it was going to cost a small fortune to trade that out, so we just built a separate building. And this is Duke's Gym, Overflow Gym. my office, which was intended to be a little office, but I think my eyes were a little bit bigger than the building, so we had to downsize it to a chair. This is our water cooler here. I put a little board up here just so we have a little storage here, a little shelf here. The lockers, guys just mainly keep shoes in there because I spent a ton of money on this AstroTurf floor. And in the winter months, I just ask everybody to change their shoes before they come in. And that turf is really expensive. So, over here we have an elliptical. It's a true brand elliptical. You can adjust your stride on it. You can work just upper body, glute buster. You can just work different parts, and it's really nice for the stride thing because everybody's stride's a lot different. This was given to me by my wife's doctor up in St. Louis. The worst thing about it was me and my brother-in-law had to take it down a spiral staircase that was really tight, and this thing weighs a ton without damaging his walls or his steps. This here, I got this treadmill. It's usually about $1,000. We went to Sears in Cape Dorado, Missouri, because our Sears had all shut down, and we didn't know it, but they were going out of business. My wife ran in because it was pouring down rain, and I just pulled her up to the door, and she called and said, "Hey, come pick me up, there's nothing in here." A sales guy asked her what she was looking for, and she said I was looking for a Nautilus treadmill. He said, "Ma'am, that there's just one left here. It's in that box over there." They had it marked down to $185. So I got a really good deal on that. Then we have another body solid weight tree. And it's got a little bit of Fray Fitness plates and Fray plates on there. And right here we just have some more bands. These big ones don't usually get used at all. They go from 60 pound to 150 pound. Then we put a little whiteboard there, just leave notes and PRs and stuff. But I don't think too many people have been using it. So, and up here we have our, of course, our TV. And I do have a Titan Fitness banner. And I used to have the Iron Master IM 2000. I don't longer have that. It was, honestly, the Iron Master was a good machine too. It's just to get all this stuff, I had to sell things. The problem is now there's nothing that I'd probably want to sell. Before I would just sell something to make room for something, but now we're at our limit. I thought about 4 machines ago we was at our limit, but I keep finding ways to pack it in here. But my wife said that's enough, which has been very generous on letting me buy all this stuff, and I appreciate it. So here we just have, I got a little, I think I got this at Lowe's, and we just hang something to hang our straps and bars on. This here is this Fray Fitness pad. It's really brand new. I just changed some of the other benches out to a wide pad. They're upgrade on their wide pad, and it's really nice. And here we have a low row. I got this from Buy and Sell Fitness. The good thing about Buy and Sell Fitness, if you order anything from them, they'll send you a video with no noise so you can hear how the machine sounds and you can see how it's functioning, which I thought was pretty cool. And right here we have Arsenal Strength fly machine. And at first I didn't know if I really liked it because I was feeling a lot in my shoulders, but after I figured out how to use it, and basically what you're gonna do is you grab it and I just lean it over like that. Then it takes all the stress off your shoulders. It's a nice little machine. Then we have Arsenal Strength multi-row, and it's got all kind of grips on it. Pronated, supinated grips, and it gets used a lot. Yeah. Right here we also have their lever row. Got missed it. This thing's really heavy. They call it the Humbler, and now I know why. I've watched videos before I bought it, and even tried it out down at Arsenal. And even the big guys that are real strong, you don't see them loading it up with a ton of weight. And there's the weight arms on it's probably about 7 inches, and that's probably why, because I don't think if you'd load it all the way out, you'd be able to lift it up. I think it's 65 pounds starting out. Here we have their unilateral chest press machine, flat bench, and it also has pop adjustments where it just pops up, and then if you want to go down, it makes it really simple. The incline here works the same, has the same working adjustments. I think the lever arms are 18 to 20 pounds on these. Now this machine here wasn't even intended to be in here, and it's Nautilus bench press, and I just happened to be on Facebook Marketplace. It was white, rusted. I painted it, and then full circle padding. I ordered these plastic covers that go with the catches. I think I probably, on this whole bench, paint, and I ordered a new pad from Circle or Full Circle Padding, and this isn't it. This is a Rep Fitness, because it was on their pad I ordered was on back order. I do have it, but this was on here. I made this work, and everybody likes that padding, so I'm just leaving it. Then I got an extra if I need it. This is a Rouge ladies bar that most of the guys use, because I've got a Rouge men's bar over there. But most of the guys, if this bar here is in here, instead of changing it out, they'll just grab this one and use it. And they usually try to get their chest done before anybody comes in instead of using the pink bar. But somebody's been caught. Here we have a Rep Fitness. I think this is the 4100. 4100, and I've had just about every Rep Fitness bench they make, and honestly, I like this 4100 because it's stable. It's got several adjustments, but the main thing, we move things around a lot, and this 4100 is real light. And then we have the Prime Fitness wedges. We use 10-degree Prime. I actually have the holders I bought for the wall to hang them on, but we don't really use the hangers that much. This here is a hammer strength incline chest press. I got this from St. Louis, and we all like this. We've got the Rouge bar. Then I've got just a timer up there, so when we do our circuit training, and a clock. And then Fray Fitness banner. This is a salvage rack from Fray, and this sucker is really heavy. And then these dumbbells here come from Peak Strength Fitness, and they've got the tapered bar. They're rubber, and I think they're good. I just don't think if you dropped them a lot, I think they're not welded, and I think the bolt would push through there eventually. I've got some Rep Fitness kettlebells. Then we have, I got some Fray Fitness and Titan slam balls up here. I think most of these are the rep ones. And then down here, we have our battle rope station. We just pull these things out. And have it. The bar that these are hooked to, I just got a piece of conduit from the lumber yard and mounted it under there, so we got 3 ropes, so that's the big one right there, the 2-inch one. It'll plumb wear you out. And in this corner, we just have some storage for our accessories for the functional trainer. We have a Titan Fitness jump box. This one's the soft, I'm not sure. And then we have a Rouge wrist roller mounted to the salvage from Fray. And then we have our I think this one's called a P3, Pro P3 or something. TRS. Use this a lot. We've been using it more lately. And we just keep our bands up here like this for assisted pull-ups. We have another Titan jump box. This come from Fray, but this one wasn't near as cheap as the other one. I have another building. I just recently got this one. This one it has about 60 more pounds of weight on there. And I have no issues with this one. This one's ended up being on back order for a long time as well. Everything slides good. They got little handles here. I don't ever use the handle really. And right here, we have the Pro Series power blocks, which I like them, and we just don't use them that much because the dumbbells are a lot handier. But I'm not going to get rid of them because I can throw them in my truck when I go on vacation and use them while I'm on vacation. If I can't find a gym to use. This here is the Arsenal rear delt and pec fly machine. It gets used a lot. This was the first piece I bought from Arsenal, and it's a 2-in-1, flat pull down, dual pulley, so you can do separate, one arm at a time, which is nice. The weight stack goes to 300. The low row is nice. You just hook your attachment there, and then this will take this off, and this attaches to that pulley there. But that really don't get used a whole lot anymore either, since we have the low row. This is our decline press machine, and it's really heavy as well. The only thing I don't like about it, it jumps from 15 to 30. There's no in between there. And even for me, sometimes it's a little heavy, and for the ladies I work with a little bit in the mornings, they have issues when they have to make that big a jump because it's too much. It's a Pro Maxima UTS 250 decline chest press. If I ever run across the hammer strength decline chest press, MTS, I'm probably gonna trade this out. This is probably the only machine I'd really be tempted to trade out with something else. It is a good machine. We have the gym pins. I got the short one and the longer one. We do use that. And here we got the old Flex Fitness. This is kind of an old school machine, but I like it for the simple fact that you can take the strain off your shoulders by pushing that out. It also has an adjustment here. It would be kind of nice if the hammer strength would offer some kind of adjustment, like something so you didn't have to start so far back. think I bought this off Empire Fitness. I didn't have any issues with it. It's pretty nice. I painted it. It was white originally. One thing else, we got our little sanitizers there. I got a hand sanitizer machine here since we have no water in this building. And I got this Bells of Steel fan bike, and honestly, I didn't think it would get used near as much as the Aero Swim, but most people tend to want to get on this one more. I had both of them in here, but once I got this machine, it was just too much. So, but I think the reason everybody likes this one better because I don't think it's as hard as the Schwinn, but this here's a nice little bike for the price. I have no issues with it. And then we have our Concept 2 roller, and we just leave it standing up since we really don't have nowhere to put it. And we just lay it down where we want to use it. And this gets used, it's kind of in spurts. Sometimes it'll get used a lot, sometimes it kind of gets left setting up. All this Arsenal stuff was bought new. I've kind of bought this, and when you order from Arsenal, the thing is, like the last batch I got, they'll straight up tell you that it's 20 weeks before you're even gonna hear from us again. But you're more welcome to call and check in, or they'll call and update you, and they're really good about that. I can't say enough good things about Arsenal. They're an excellent company to work with, and their machines are heavy duty. Another thing about their machines, they put these grease fittings here, so you can keep things greased up, so it keeps the wear down. You don't have to replace stuff as much. My sales guy said for my environment that we got here, and just for the number of people, I would, if I didn't ever go commercial or anything, I wouldn't ever probably have to put anything in those. The flooring come from, I ordered it through Arsenal, which they get it through somewhere else, but I can't remember the name. Now this turf, it's 8 foot by 40, and with my name put on it and the hash marks, it was right around $5 grand. And I wasn't gonna buy it, but I'm glad I did now, because I think this is, when you walk in, it's the first thing you kind of notice. I'm glad I did. Can't forget my Chicago Bears Monster Midway banner up there, and then I do have a Garage Gym Life banner. I enjoy his show as well. We have a lot of fun using this gym. A lot of family comes over. We spend family time, laugh. Some of the family act like they don't really like working out, but I think they do. It's just, once they get here, they get into it. So, well, me and my companion here would like to thank everybody for taking a tour of our gym. We're really proud of it, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. And Ricky, really hope you'll consider putting this on your YouTube channel. A lot of the inspiration from this was from my daughter, and my wife's given me the permission to do it. Boy, I had to do a lot of honey-do lists to get this, but anyway, I'm thankful for both of them letting me do it. Having your own garage gym is very addicting, because there's always a lot of stuff you would like to, there's a lot of stuff I'd still like to have, and I really don't need no more. But someday I may go commercial, so that's why I bought a lot of the commercial pieces I did, so I'd have a little head start maybe down the road. But altogether, probably building this building, that building was already there. Just about just a rough figure, I'm guessing probably about $110,000 in this gym. Woo, dog, that's a lot of money.